On to some sports over the weekend, and that was Friday. What we went to.
Yeah.
Saturday, an historical event happened. 7 of the top 10 college basketball teams lost. First time in the history of college basketball that happened in one day.
Yeah, and the first time my bank account went down as fast as it did in FanDuel in the history of my bank account in FanDuel.
Oh, that's rough.
Dude, I mean, come on. These teams are supposed to be getting the fuck ready for these games, getting
so,
ready for the tournament.
Let me put it to you this way.
And we got these assholes losing.
The number 1 team.
They deserve to lose. They deserve to.
You've been talking shit on them for a while.
Go to a conference, and then I will give them all the respect in the world.
Well, I'm an Notre Dame fan, so I have to kind of. But I agree. Gonzaga should go to a better conference.
Notre Dame's not in the conference by name, but
It's a different conversation, but you're not wrong.
They play them.
Money-wise, too, it's a different conversation. Gonzaga would actually benfit from going to a different conference.
Absolutely.
In a lot of ways.
Gonzaga.
Like, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Where Notre Dame does not benefit by going to a concert a conference. As a Notre Dame fan, I'm sure we'll definitely talk about that at some point. Always going to talk about the Irish. But Gonzaga lost to St. Mary's. Did not expect that to happen.
But St. Mary's gets them like once a year.
You're right.
It seems like St. Mary's, Murray State. There's a few teams.
You're right.
Who are looking like they might.
So what I like about St. Mary's,
juggernaut.
and you pointed out they get them, often enough. St. Mary's is like that buffer school in their conference that gets all the people that didn't go to Gonzaga. So
that's exactly.
It kind of works out for them. But also number 2, Arizona, they lost to Colorado.
Yeah, that game was electric, dude. The Colorado student section.
Yeah,
they were electric. Zona, they went in there obviously thinking about the Pac-12 tournament and thinking to the road ahead, and Colorado's not so fast.
And so these both they were the top 2 seeds by far going into the tournament. The next 2 seeds though, Auburn, they lost to Tennessee, but we did talk about that last week that we thought that would probably
that's an interconference.
The way the SEC and even going into
so is Gonzaga and St. Mary. That's interconference.
But the SEC has been a juggernaut this year in basketball, which is crazy.
Yeah, no, it's been really high level.
And then as we talk about their tournament's going to be exciting, but before you even get there, you got this. But then the next seed underneath them, Purdue, they lose to Michigan State.
Yeah, and I always believe in Tom Izzo until not, but I need to stop thinking he's just gonna win in the Big Ten because he's Tom Izzo.
I've never been the biggest Tom Izzo fan, but that's only because I don't just like Michigan State in general. But I mean, listen, he was great for a long time, and I'm with you. It was just kind of expected, but I'm with. You're also right. It's not happening for them. They're not even ranked this year.
No, they're not. They fell off the map. They played a really good game week 1 or in the opening tournament.
Yeah, I remember.
I believe they won.
They beat a top team.
Yeah, and then boom.
Kansas or Kentucky, right? Kansas.
I think it might have been Kansas.
But you're right. Yeah. And then. What else happened?
Speaking of Kansas, Kansas lost
Baylor
to a Big 12 matchup. Baylor.
Now we had talked before. Baylor, even though they fell off,
Baylor's
to Texas the last week or the week before. Baylor's been good for.
Baylor has been good. I need something to play with.
And then Kentucky lost to number 18 Arkansas. We both have talked about
SEC.
We're both on the Kentucky train though. I think Kentucky's a really good team.
They're really good.
That's going to give them value going forward in the postseason though for both tournaments.
Yeah, no, I mean
I'm talking betting.
Yeah, I think it's great though that Kentucky they're going to really go through a buzzsaw of a conference tournament. So out of Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, whoever comes out of that tournament is going to be battle tested. They're going to be ready to make a run.
And we've talked about this before. I still think we've talked about this on air. One of the things with Kentucky that I really like is, this is one of those teams that really show how Calipari does understand the one and dones. He might go through waves, and for a while he coined that market. But we've talked about it before. He's done it with so much. I don't want to say grace, but in college basketball, he did it with so much grace to get to this point. And even though they did lose, and even though they're number 6 and probably fell or whatever after that, they're still going to be a team that you don't want to mess with.
They always are.
Right.
Even when even when they're a number 9 seed.
Right.
They're always very scrappy. Pretty sure they made the Final Four a couple years ago as a very, very not a low seed, but a low seed for Kentucky.
They weren't 1, 2, or 3, right?
Absolutely. And I always looked at it like this. Coach Cal brought the one and done thing to light, and then because of Coach K's linked to Team USA and the youth.
Yeah.
That's when he was, he got that influx of Jahlil Okafor, Tyus Jones, Justice Winslow, Jabari Parker, all those kids that played for those
on the USA under U18 teams. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's kind of where Duke kind of overcame Kentucky in the one and done race for a while, but now I feel like it's wide open, and with the G League and these guys going to be able to make money, like
well, you can do the G League. There's other, I know, doesn't LeVar have a lower league, and then isn't there like
across seas,
like overseas, right? They do all that stuff too. So
yeah, exactly,
absolutely, and Cal rides the waves or whatever. So
yeah, and he's an excellent coach.
Well, I think even a couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken, they went to the NITs and they like housed everybody.
Yeah, no,
just to
they
prove
did.
a point.
Yeah,
they housed everybody. So
they did.
That's a Cal move.
That's an absolute. That's just being pissed off.
Right.
That's
trying to prove a point. So Texas Tech though, number 9, they lost to TCU. Moving on.
Jamie Dixon, always been a great coach.
Yeah.
I actually did hit this one. Jamie Dixon is. I've been watching him since his Pitt days, so he's always been very scrappy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very scrappy.
So like
back
I said,
in the real Big East.
Back
when it was Syracuse, Pitt. When we were growing up, those were my favorite tournaments. They're my favorite tournaments. Georgetown, UConn, Syracuse. Yep.
Oh man, you're right. Those
6 overtime games on a Tuesday or on like a opening night of the Big East tournament.
So I have this is an off topic, but this is why we're doing the show.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no agenda really.
I have a friend.
We do have a baseline, but there's really no agenda.
So I have a friend. He just knows our family from going to a local bar that we go to. He's 10 years older than me, pretty much almost exactly, right? But he loves Philly sports like I do, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, he loved Allen Iverson when Allen Iverson was in college, even before this guy went to Philly. He saw Allen Iverson versus Ray Allen at Georgetown. Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Crazy. Talk about all Big East. That's when it was like fighting.
My grandpa used to go every year on like a boys trip. Every year the Big East tournament of Madison Square Garden.
That's the tournament.
With Madison Square Garden.
That is the tournament.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. How awesome. So, so that's the college basketball Saturday round.
Yeah, that's that was huge.